It's hard to outrun rumors. Not for me though. I didn't have to talk about my marriage the entire season until the finale. Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. I am Raphael and I am here to review the season 13 finale, episode 17 of the Real Housewives who are not emotionally fulfilled by their husband of Beverly Hills. We start the finale off with Erica, Kyle, and her assistant, Jen. Jen, it was a crazy way, the way you introduced yourself to Erica, and you were like, Erica, you're skinnier than a needle. You look great. Erica was like, thank you. And I'm like, I guess it's a compliment, right? But they're at the SoFi Stadium because Kyle is throwing her infamous white party and she's booked the entire arena, and that's pretty impressive. Even though I believe that they're doing her a favor because she filmed a commercial, a football commercial, with Kenya Moore and Teresa Giudice not too long ago at the same stadium. But regardless, the whole thing is still cool. So they're there checking out to see how everything is gonna flow. Kyle, she wants an A-list celebrity to perform at her party, but since she can't get one, she's gonna have to settle for a D-list celebrity, Erika Jayne. Erika Jayne is gonna be performing it. When I say performing, I use that term very, 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 very loosely. But Erica, she's excited. She's like, I can't believe I'm going to be performing at the SoFi Stadium. Like, this is so exciting, especially after everything I've been through the last 2 years. And I'm like, okay, Erica, we get it. The last 2 years have been about you. Okay, we get it. Let's move on. She's like, this is going to be a preview of what my show in Las Vegas is going to look like. Okay, Erica, show us what you got. But they're introduced to Kevin Lee. Kevin Lee's a famous party planner who's worked with Lisa Vanderpump. He's telling Kyle, your name is gonna go everywhere. It's gonna go on the floor, in the garbage cans, on the walls. The cheerleaders are gonna be cheering your name. Kyle is like, I can see why he and Lisa got along really well, because Lisa had a tendency of making everything about herself. And then she starts mimicking Lisa Vanderpump, and she was like, oh, bloody hell, Kevin, stop it. Don't make it about me, darling. Don't do that. It's not about me right now. And I'm like, Lisa was watching at home like, this bitch is still obsessed with me. We then see Sutton taking her daughter Porter to a jewelry store to go shopping since she's back from college. And it must be nice to come back from college, and this is your reward for it. I did the same thing and all I got was a hug. From my mom though, so it was pretty priceless. So they're trying on all the expensive jewelry, $400,000 bracelets, $9 million rings, and they're sitting down to discuss what they're gonna get. And Porter, she tells Sutton, I want these earrings. And the jewelry guy, he tells them, they're gonna be $68,000. And I'm looking at the earrings like, $68,000 for what? They're not even that cute. They're barely sparkling. That's just me being a hater though. I'm just jealous that I'm not in her shoes, but that's still a crazy amount of money to spend on some earrings. The same earrings that you could probably get on Shein. Which, by the way, this necklace right here, me and Porter, we have something in common because this necklace is actually a collectible. Just between me and you, this necklace costs 68 pennies. But it's cute though. It says crybaby on it. Sutton simply just says, okay, and that was that. But the second that they put the cameras down and they were done filming, Sutton probably went up to the jewelry guy like, look, I know I said it was okay, like it was nothing, but I was just trying to show off for the cameras, for the show. I really didn't mean it. Do you think that you could put me on a payment plan? No, but I'm pretty sure that she has the money to back it up, right? For that amount, I better get superpowers with those earrings. I better be able to eavesdrop in conversations 50 miles away from me. So her and Porter, they sit down to have a conversation. She's telling Porter that she wants her to be independent. She doesn't want her to view her as somebody who just wears muumuus and goes to galas and spends her money. And I mean, isn't that what you are now, Sutton? I mean, you could have fooled me. But she tells Porter that she also wants her to be independent and not have anybody control her finances. So that way, when she's older, she's nothing like Ashley Darby or Dorit. So we wasted no time getting to the white party and everybody's getting ready for it. We see another painful conversation between Dorit and PK. She's calling him, of course, he's over there in the UK doing who knows what with who knows who. She's complaining to him and she's like, my baby, what's going on, my baby? I wanted you to come to the white party with me, but you're not here. You're over there in the UK, my love. What's going on? PK, again, like I've said it a million times before, he's over Dorit. I don't think that he's in love with her or something. Like, I just feel like he's avoiding her by being over there away from her. And he's like, listen, my love, I told you before, I understand what you're going through with your PTSD. And we're still talking about this fake robbery situation and this fake PTSD. Okay. But he's like,
You know, I came out here to the UK to give you some space, but I understand what you're going through, my love. I understand, my baby. I get it.
Dorit, she's like, yes, my love, but I want you to be over here so you could come to the white party with me so we could both match and take Instagram pictures, but you're not here. PK, he's not trying to hear any of that. And, you know, if Dorit does come back for next season for some reason, I feel like the whole storyline is going to be her and PK getting a divorce. I just feel like it's coming because he's already checked out of this whole marriage. I'm not sure if she hasn't opened up her eyes yet to what's going on around her, but it's just absolutely not. You are not going to disrespect me and talk down to me like you're over me like this and me continues to stay in this marriage? Absolutely not. And what is PK doing in the UK? Like, is he cheating? Does he have another wife? Allegedly? I mean, with PK, who's going to have an affair with PK? You know, unless there's money involved. I'm not doing it for free. But that is crazy. Dorit, I want more for you. We finally get to Kyle's white party, and I love the setup. I thought everything looked really nice and expensive. Everybody starts coming in one by one, starting with that no good excuse of a man, Mauricio. He shows up, and I don't even think that he knew that his wife was hosting this party. He shows up nonetheless. We see Anne-Marie and her husband, Marcellus. Okay, we see the morally corrupt Faye Resnick. Aw, look at Faye. Hey, Faye. She shows up. She's corrupting. We see Camille. Camille shows up. Cynthia Bailey. Look at Cynthia Bailey. We have all the all-stars, right? Everybody starts showing up. We see Jeff Lewis. I spoke too soon on All Stars, but he shows up. I'm like, who invited him? They just let anybody in SoFi Stadium, right? The ragamuffin Denise Richards, she's also there with her husband and his big dick. So then we see the original cast, and they all collectively look nice for the most part. I think Kyle, she had my favorite look with the hair. Garcelle came in second. Or Mauricio, he's doing X, Y, and Z. And again, I'm not really sure if he knew that this was Kyle's party because he's like, oh, you know, I'm surprised we're having it here. I thought we were going to have the party in the parking lot. Like, and then we see in the flashback that Kyle told him, we're having it at the SoFi Stadium, and he was excited about it, but now you forget. But I'm pretty sure he didn't forget anything about his mistress, but alleged mistress, right? So then Kyle, eventually, she makes her way out. Mauricio, he doesn't care. The producer actually had to tap him on the shoulder like, hey, buddy, your wife is coming. So he makes his way to the crowd. He's looking for he's looking for Kyle. So then he finds Kyle. They have another awkward conversation full of tension. She's like, what do you mean that you thought that the party was going to be in the parking lot? I told you where it was going to be. And, you know, we already know where this goes, right? And not to sound like a Debbie Downer or a negative Nancy, and this is just my opinion, but it is crazy to me that we have everybody at this party at this beautiful location at the SoFi Stadium and, you know, nice decorations, yet the party and this whole entire scene, it just felt flat. It felt boring, in my opinion, for a finale. And, you know, I think I'm comparing it to the Salt Lake City Housewives finale. You know, the screenshots, receipts, timelines. I'm still not over that. You know, I feel like compared to that finale, what is this? You know, I just wanted somebody to go up to Kyle and question her. You know, do something. Like, we have Camille, Denise, Cynthia Bailey. We have everybody here, yet nobody's doing anything. Like, you know, even them having fun. I love when they have fun, but even that felt kind of like, okay, what are we doing? And I believe that this party was supposed to be the finale of the entire season. And if it wasn't for Kyle and Mauricio announcing their split later on, the episode would have ended here. Which had me thinking, what did we watch this entire season for? Because nothing really happened. I mean, going into it, we thought that the whole topic was going to be about Kyle and Mauricio and their split and what's going on between them. But even that felt flat because Kyle wasn't really being honest, as she was saying. I mean, she talked about it, but she was very vague about all the questions. She walked around everything, and she wasn't really, you know, upfront about what was going on with her and Mauricio. I would have just scrapped the entire footage of what they filmed for the last 3 months, and I would have started the season with everybody's reaction to Kyle and Mauricio split, and then film moving forward. But instead, we got all these pointless scenes about esophagus, and the Spain trip was flat too, and it was just pretty disappointing, you know. But Seton tells Garcelle that the guy that she went out with, Steve, he actually ghosted her for 2 days, and then he tried to come around and text her again. That wasn't good enough for her, so she gave him the boot, as she should. But Steve, I am so disappointed. I actually had high hopes for him and Seton. I thought they were going to be a thing, but, you know, you could have had $68,000 worth of earrings, you know, like Porter, but you screwed that up. But if anything, slide into my DMs. I'm open. But That was that. We see Erica. She's in the back. She's praying that she doesn't go to jail. I mean, that everything goes well on stage. She comes out, and in the confessional, she was like, everything that's happened to me in my life the last 3 years had led me to this moment. You're lucky that it didn't lead you to jail with Tom, but okay, we want to look at it that way, right? She gets on stage, and she does look good, though, in her bodysuit. She's there with her backup dancers, and next thing you know, the time has come for you to lip sync for your life. Don't fuck it up. It's expensive to be me. I'm like, I know she's not getting on stage to perform a song from like 5 years ago. I thought she was gonna get new music or something, but she's up there lip syncing or performing to Expensive, and she's like, it's expensive to be me. But I mean, the choreography was good. She looked good. So I'm not upset with it. Everybody's having fun. We see the ragamuffin, Denise Richards. She's in the crowd talking shit. She's like, oh yeah, she's about to be lip syncing. Just watch her. Exactly. That's my type of hater right there. But Erica, she does a good job though. She looks good. And then we start wrapping things up and we get an update on everybody's life. Erica, she's getting ready for her $3 show in Las Vegas, and she has her horse. Anne-Marie, Crystal. We see a flashback scene with Crystal and her mom and her brother and her husband. I believe that they were discussing what was going on between them, and the brother was finally telling them, like, look, I'm gonna do what I wanna do. You two can't control me. Why didn't we get a proper scene of that? That's something worth seeing, since Crystal kept talking about her brother nonstop every other episode, but again, missed opportunity with Garcelle. Garcelle's she's doing good with her sons. I believe she won an award for her movie, Black Girl Missing, so congratulations to her. Dorit says that her and PK have some things to work on. There's nothing to work there, Dorit. Just let it go. It's done. What did Adele say? Divorce, babe. Divorce. And I believe that was it. That was everybody, right? Yeah, that was it. They all take a selfie, and that was how the season originally was supposed to end. How tragic. And then we get the dramatic 1 month later. And then we see everybody, they're all, getting ready or doing whatever. We see Anne-Marie at her house. She's with her kids by the pool. Her backyard was really nice. I love the pool. We see Garcelle. She's packing up some clothes. And I'm like, are we just supposed to pretend like they don't know what's going on with Kyle and Mauricio? The acting skills, because next thing you know, everybody starts getting text messages like, oh, Kyle and Mauricio, breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. This is Garcelle and Sutton. Kyle and Mauricio? What? Like, please, none of you are fooling us. Like, I'm pretty sure that they all knew about this, but okay. They had to film these scenes, but Anne-Marie, I think that scene between her and Marcellus, her husband, that was pretty pointless because she's telling him, I can't believe what's going on with Kyle. Marcellus is probably looking at her like, who the hell is Kyle? Like, I don't think that Anne-Marie should have an input on anything because her and Kyle, do they even know each other like that? Garcelle calls Sutton right away and Sutton tells her, yeah, we've been lied to because obviously Kyle, all the hints were there. She doesn't wear her ring anymore. She's working now. She's wearing less and going out more. Like, obviously something was going on and she's been lying to us. And again, I feel like the episode 1 of season 13 should have been this. But Bravo, just continue screwing it up, right? So then, do I feel sorry that Sutton and Garcelle are talking about Kyle in this way? No, because if it was the other way around, Kyle will want answers. Kyle will become so vicious. And it's crazy to me because look how Robin and Juan Dixon, the situations between Robin and Kyle are completely different, but they have very similar situations. Robin hid that whole situation from everybody from the show. Kyle, she didn't hide it, but she also didn't discuss it. And again, Kyle, I would have had a little bit of sympathy, if Kyle wouldn't have been the way she was every other season with everybody else, going after everybody else's situation that they're going through, wanting answers. Yet now when she has to answer up to questions, it's nothing. She gives no answers. She wants to skate around. She wants to play all these riddles. And she's not being honest. Like she always says that she wants everybody else on the show to be, yet she's not doing it herself. So she's very hypocritical, and the double standards is just very hysterical because I feel like Andy at the reunion, it looks like he's questioning her nonstop, but I feel like because she's his favorite, I feel like, or at least that's what I assume, I feel like he's gonna be a little bit softer with her, and he's gonna be like, oh, what's going on with you and Mauricio? Do you want to go have cocktails after the reunion? I feel like that's how it's gonna play out, unfortunately. Then we see Kyle at her house, and she explains that when the news broke out in the media, her, Mauricio, their daughters, they were in the car together, their phones started blowing up, one of their daughters started getting emotional, and I do feel for their daughters because all they know is Kyle and Mauricio being together as one big family, and now they have to witness their parents splitting up, and that really sucks. So Erica Jane, she comes on over because Kyle, when, Erica was going through everything that she was going through the last couple of years, Kyle, she was there for her, she was being a good friend for her, and now Erica wants to return the favor. So she starts off the conversation by telling Kyle, look, before anything, I just want to say that I was unaware of what was going on between you and Mauricio and the issues that both of you were having. And I mean, Erica, at this point, what are you aware of? Like, you're not aware of Tom and what he was doing behind his back. Now you're not aware of what was going on with Kyle and Mauricio. Yes, Sutton did. Garcelle did. Everybody else did except you. Like, okay, so then Kyle, it didn't take but a second for her to start sobbing and getting emotional. So she explains that in her marriage with Mauricio, he can't give her what she wants anymore. Like, she wants something that he's not providing. And I mean, what did Alison Dubois say once upon a time, not too long ago, 13 years ago? Once the kids get older, you'll two have nothing in common. He will never emotionally fulfill you. Know that. And honestly, I do believe in stuff like that. I believe in psychics and all of that. And I really do feel like Alison Dubois, she saw something with Kyle and Mauricio, and now, unfortunately, it's coming true. And I actually appreciated what Erica told Kyle. I thought the whole moment between them was really cute. She was like, look, I mean, you fought for your love. This is true love. You did everything in your marriage that you could to make you happy, to make him happy. And if you can't do it anymore, it is what it is. Kyle was just like, yeah, I know, but so many people are looking at us, and I just feel like I let so many people down. And Erica was just like, okay, so who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? It's your marriage between you and Mauricio. It's not you, Mauricio, and the whole world. Exactly, Erica, exactly. And Kyle, like I said before, I said it in my review a couple of episodes ago, you need to start doing what's right for you, what's right for Kyle. If Morgan makes you happy, go run off with Morgan. Stop thinking about Kathy. Stop thinking about Kim. Stop thinking about your mom. Stop thinking about Mauricio. Stop thinking about Bravo and the fans. Stop thinking about everybody else, and their opinions, because we're always going to have opinions on you and everything else. And start doing what's right for Kyle. Like, come on now. Then a week later, we see Kyle and Mauricio in their kitchen. Mauricio, he's trying to poke fun at the headlines that say that Kyle allegedly cheated on him. She turns it back on him, and she's like, oh, well, at least it's me for a change. What is that supposed to mean, Kyle? Even Mauricio was sitting there looking at her like... So then they call a family meeting with all their daughters. Kyle, she starts it off by saying that she didn't want them to be blindsided by this information. Unfortunately, that's the way it played out. They were trying to keep it privately, but it's also difficult trying to work on things together between her and Mauricio, living underneath the same roof. Which I don't think that that's ever the best idea to go about things, especially if you're going through something like this. How are you supposed to really think things out if you're always seeing the person that you're having an issue with in your face 24/7? I feel like both of them, somebody needs to move out. It's that simple. Kyle, go live with Morgan for a couple of weeks. I'm pretty sure that you'll like that. Mauricio, you could go to Anita. Ooh. Or somewhere else. But regardless, that was that. The oldest daughter, I believe she said, are you two actually going to work things out? Because I feel like you're going to try that. It's not going to work, and both of you are not going to be together in the end. Next thing you know, Portia starts crying, and Kyle and Mauricio are trying to comfort her. But then everybody else starts crying, and this whole scene was just really sad to watch. And what really got me? When they started playing the footage of their marriage on this show over the years, I actually almost started crying. Because, like I said, Kyle was just so in love with Mauricio all of these years. And now to see this season that she's disgusted by him. She doesn't even like when he kisses her. She despises him that much. That is sad to watch. It's sad to see her fall out of love with him. Then in the confessional, they asked her, what exactly is it that you and Mauricio can't get over? She says that she can no longer trust him the way that she used to trust him, which to me, that sounds like cheating. But then she just told Erica a second ago that there was no cheating involved on either side. So Maybe he broke her trust in a different way. Or maybe she's trying to protect his image from their daughters because she doesn't want them thinking that their father is a cheater. And then on top of that, the article that they put at the very end, it didn't help either because he did take a trip to Aspen recently, a couple of weeks ago, with the Brazilian singer Anita. And if you watch the footage of what was going on online, she was on a bar, she was dancing with her bra and panties on. He was dancing next to her with no shirt on, looking dusty, and maybe something happened between them, and maybe she was the other woman, allegedly, but we'll have to see how this whole thing plays out at the reunion. Maybe Andy will ask her, the reunion, it looks interesting. I'm not sure why Kathy is showing up, and she faints the second that she sees her, and, I don't know. But that's that for season 13. This whole season was not the best compared to the last, 2-3 seasons. I feel like for next season, only Erica Jane, Kyle, Garcelle, and Sutton should come back. Everybody else. But regardless, thank you all so much for watching my reviews this season. Let me know what you thought about this whole entire season as a whole, who should and shouldn't come back for next season. And I will see you all at part 1 of the reunion next week. Bye, everybody. Mwah.